Good morning, everybody. It is 8 a.m. Just finished my podcast with John Saunders, The Business of Machining. Just wanted to get a quick note in here while the place is still quiet before everybody else comes in. Starts making a lot of noise, a lot of progress, a lot of product. Today is a big day, one day I wait for every year. It is the joint open house at Elliot Matsuura. So I'm bringing Angelo, I'm bringing Erin to film, and Eric and Barry are going to stay here and crush it. And let's go.
Enjoy the show.
This is just offices and everything. All the cool stuff is this way. Come on. So this here's the CMM room, coordinate measuring. Measures all the cool stuff. We're not into that yet. I don't know if we will be. This one is a light scanner that can.
We saw this last year.
Yeah,
You saw this last
exactly. So it rotates the part. It's got these light bands on it. It can digitize the part. It's pretty cool.
You guys make knives? Yep, that's cool.
The only downside with the rope, not a downside. Obviously, there's a very unique market for this machine. Is you can only get 21 tools.
Yeah, I agree. That is a
So
downside.
with the Speedio, you can get a bigger
21, 24 maybe.
Or you
but
can get a carousel.
Oh.
Yeah, depending on which one you're looking
yeah,
at.
if you get like the pallet changing
Yes.
one with the thing, yeah.
Rotary is actually a live rotary. So you can actually program this. So this actually is like a C-axis. We're discussing various features that the Brothers are known for. Obviously, what's nice with the Brothers is that you can tap. Again, it all depends on the material tapping, but it'll tap at 8,000 RPM. And it'll do it all day, like effortlessly, all day. For the next 10 years, we'll never have issues.
You're my music, but you tear me to pieces. So where does it come from?
MX330 is a turnkey we're doing right now. It's really cool.
Yeah. Terry was talking to you about it? We were going to go open the door, but there was too many safeties. We can figure it out.
Oh man, light curtains. It's all done up, this one, but it's good.
So in my personal dream wish list, MX330 with a, normally it would come with a 10 pallet changer on the side, a PC10. My buddy Phil in Calgary just got one of those. And amazing 5-axis machine. We could make as many knives as you could ever want on something like that. So it's really good to come to a place like this and be able to see and feel and touch and push buttons. That way you're just not just looking at the brochure. So coming here, looking at all the machines, being able to actually assess what's going on, love it.
Scene that keeps playing on repeat, ignores the rule of thumb. Oh, where does it come from? Oh, where does it come from? All your emotions sleeve, it won't fade until you paint it black. I let it burn, you call the fire brigade, but I feel that it will come back.
So obviously now on these models you can do a full tilt control, right? So center point control.
Yeah.
For years and years ago, maybe 15 plus years ago, I mean, you had every position you had to reteach that tool, right? Now all it needs is the distance from center line to the tool tip and the center line to the tip of the bar. And all you do is you go G342, wherever you tilt it, it'll recalculate that trig for the tool tip position.
Just kind of sweet that I have my G code for one of my problem files. Talking to Paul right now in front of an Nakamura, and I can be like, okay, it has a problem right here. And he's like, oh, try that. And then I can edit my code right here. It's saved, so at the computer, next time I look at it, I have the save. Cloud.
Where does it come from? Oh, where does it come
This machine's so big it needs a ladder. It needs its own step stool.
breathe you in and I can tell where I end and you begin. Where I end and you begin. Where I end and you begin. Oh, where does it come from?
No movement. So if you go back a bit.
So if we're back far enough, oh, there it goes green. Yeah,
green.
nice.
So it slow down more closer you are.
And is that safe enough? Like, are people using that in real?
Yeah. But you need to calculate the space.
Of course.
For the show, we reduce it a bit, but
Sure,
in
yeah.
reality, you can go faster with the robot, but
course.
you need to have more space in front.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's not enough perfect.
It works.
It's an industrial robot. It's a tool. Be
Yeah.
careful. It's not your friend. So
Yeah,
you
no,
need
exactly.
to be always careful.
It's a
If
good
you
way to
need-
put it.
If you need to work on the machine, stop.
Turn it off,
the
yeah.
process.
I like that phrase. This is not your friend.
No, it's not your friend. It's your helper.
Yeah. Very cool. So this lathe right here was what kind of first turned me on to Nakamura, and I was like, oh, it's so cute and tiny, and I can get one of these in my shop. And then, but I need a sub spindle, which adds this much length and like another quarter to the cost or whatever it was, and kind of becomes a black hole, but totally worth it.
Where does it come from?
That's cool. Yeah, so for the past 7 years, we've done lots of marketing videos.
And record the vibration. You can see if the tool is broken by vibration.
Or if the tumbler's on.
Yeah.
So Eric and I were thinking yesterday, we're like, if we get another machine, instead of getting another, like the tool setter we have, get one of these for the Mori, put that one on the other machine.
It should transfer over.
Yeah, it should.
We do a grease test. And the idea is to show the pressure that it takes with our probe to actually trigger it. So this demo is running at 3,000 millimeters a minute, so about 23 inches a minute. But we go in and we touch the laser, take our measurements. We'll come down, we'll swirl in the grease, and we'll go take the same measurements. And then on the screen you can compare and see how much different they were with or without the grease on the stylus. So.
Cause my heart is on hold on, so I need you to play on, play on, play
Yeah, this is with the wire cut.
Okay.
And he's saying that there's new technology called stitch core.
Stitch core.
Where it's essentially fusing it back together.
Yeah.
So we'll take one of these, we'll take one of those, we'll take one of those, and then we'll be good. Oh, Philip, hey, good to see you.
Good to see you, yeah.
So,
Is everything good?
everything's great.
Yeah.
So I've been coming here to this booth for like 7-8 years in a row now.
Yeah, I think.
And I always see you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember us talking, like, I made my own probe ages ago for my little tiny machine. And I remember you telling me how a Renishaw works, and I was like, oh, I could do that to my probe.
You realise that our devices are patented, so you've probably broken some kind of terrible.
I didn't sell anything.
I'm only joking.
Cause I need you to play on, yeah, I need you to play on. Cause my heart is on hold on, so I need you to play on, play on. Play on.
I've never seen a Robo drill up close.
Yeah, they're nice machines.
Yeah.
Very, very fast tool changer. I don't know if you know that. Let me turn it on for you. You have a Nakamura
We do.
AS,
yeah.
AS200.
Yep.
I've seen your video. That's where I've seen your face, because I was wondering she's taking a video, and that's where I've seen it, because you're on there talking about you got your new lathe in, and yes. I knew I recognized you.
Perfect. So, we're looking at the Brother Speedio. Let me make sure I'm recording here. Yes, I am. This is definitely on the short list of want items for us. To supplement the Mori, to do second op stuff, and pretty intriguing. It's the first time I've ever stood in front of one. I like it. Angelo said there were 3 sizes of this machine. Which
Correct.
is this?
This is the medium bed. That's what the M is for.
Okay.
Then I have a short bed, which is about from here to here. It's about the size of a phone booth.
Okay.
And then I have the long bed, which is just shy of a 20 by 30.
So what's the travel of this one?
This one's going to be about 16 by 21.
21. Because I have a Mori that's 40 by 20, and I have these 20 by 6 pallets. And I want a machine that can make those pallets. So I need the 20 inches. So 21 is good.
If you were to walk around back, you would see the regular...
Can we walk around? Yeah.
Absolutely. We have to go around this way.
Lead the way, sir. Back.
So as you can see, there's a door for another pump.
Okay.
Which is about the size we use for the high pressure coolant.
This would be fine.
And there's 2 more over here that you can use. So we would add one for the bed flush, a larger one for the high pressure coolant with the high pressure pump right up here.
Right.
So it stays within the same envelope.
It stays pretty close in the same envelope.
That's cool. No, this is very cool though. I've done a lot of research on the Brother Speedio, and I haven't done the same amount of research on the Robo drill, but I know they're like super popular and good.
It has Fanuc's best drives, motors, and control.
It's Fanuc everything.
It's Fanuc everything. So, dollar for dollar, it's the best Fanuc thing you can buy.
Okay, I have an important question. Is it Fanuc or Fanuc?
Whatever you want, Mr. Customer.
We could totally fit this.
Well, this might blow you away a little bit. You know, all of your iPhones and iPads are made on these, right?
Right.
You remember when they went from the square sides to these round sides here?
Yeah.
Well, they wanted to be able to pull it off and have that finish, right? So, in order to get that, Fanuc did a lot of research, and they went from 16 million pulses per rev on the servos to 32 million pulses per rev. So now you can get a 5-place decimal on the control, and this machine can actually make 1 micron increment moves.
What?
Okay.
So we just spent 5 hours at Elliot Matsuura, and now we have 3 hours to go to 4 more places. So we're gonna zip through. That's a
Maserati?
Maserati. That's the one. Saw so many of those in LA. They're just everywhere.
There's a lot around here. There's tons in like Vaughan.
Yeah.
Pontiac area.
Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna zip through a couple places and then we'll hit DMG Mori at the end and then we'll spend whatever time we have left there. Yeah, we had a lot of fun at Elliot. We got to learn a lot.
That we don't see. Wipe the dirt from your face, dry your eyes, and I'll play the edge. Ride along, there's a place where you belong. Shake your ass, know you're worried about the future, about the past. You will hurt the ones that love you, and they will hurt you right back. Sing along, sing along. All love is a heart attack. You better check the pulse. Better check for pulse.
So we're at the Renishaw booth here at Ferro Technique and we are looking at a metal 3D printed spine, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah, it's a spine.
And the top is fully machined and they had to plastic 3D print this fixture for it that it fits into perfectly, which is really cool. Cool application of the two kinds of technologies put together. That's sweet.
Check for pulse. Better check for pulse. You better check for pulse. You better check for pulse. So check for pulse.
That's so trippy. It's like a lathe on its side. So this here's a vertical lathe, and I don't think I've ever seen a vertical lathe. It's just, they exist, we just don't see them.
Here we go once again. Foreign marriage, lightning man. Don't you worry, it's gonna be alright. I'm the judge and jury, and we'll be up all night.
We're at EMEC, the Okuma dealer, Sugami Lathe.
There we go.
Always fun.
You know what? You guys do a good job.
Yeah?
You guys do a really good job.
Did you watch the video from last year?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Erin,
and then I
who's-
started like browsing the other stuff on your
Yeah,
channel.
yeah.
So. Hello.
She likes your videos.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I was just saying. I was like, that's not creepy, but I was looking at your
That's
guys'
awesome
videos.
that you're watching them.
Well, especially in this industry. I don't know machine tools at all. I shouldn't say that, but.
It's great that they're being made by someone who also doesn't know machine
Well,
tools.
that's how I find you get to know the highlights of everything.
Right.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
you can read all of the technical stuff that you want,
Exactly.
but at the end of the day, if someone is showcasing this function, okay,
Right.
That's
it's
what it
useful.
Here we go once again. Foreign marriage, lightning man. Don't you worry, it's gonna be alright. 'Cause I'm the judge and jury, and we'll be up all night. You better check for pulse. You better check.
Genesis M460V 5-axis. So it's a 460 vertical, 5-axis.
Gotcha.
That's the machine right here. So this guy here, very similar. If you look at it, that's the 560.
Right.
And then the 460 is a squishier version of the 560. Let's look at a simple 3-axis machine.
Yeah. And even Okuma's different because they have the, what do you call it, traveling head? It's like a bridge style.
Great style. Okay. So this is an M560V. The 560 is a wider 56 versus 46. So this is gonna
56,
be-
wow.
This is a 40 by 20 machine. The 460 is a smaller machine. It's a 30-inch travel. So that's going to be, it's going to be a more compact.
Right.
About the future, about the past. You will hurt the ones
This is the demo part right here that they're making. Threads on both sides, helical. Pretty cool stuff.
You better check for pose.
Oh my goodness.
SST audio. This is SST video. How's it going?
Hey, good.
Good to see you again.
Yeah. How you doing?
Yo, how's the show going?
It's been good. It's been a little quiet for about a half an hour.
Yeah. Well, it's a good time for us to go in and film. Hey, Sharok.
This is our new 5-axis.
So at SST, you guys specialize in Makino, everything Makino.
Everything's Makino, yeah.
Mostly 4-axis, 5-axis, and EDMs.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Check this out. Get a close-up of that. So imagine this was, Angelo would know, imagine this was some turbine blade, right? Like, this is how they make them. They wire EDM, the little profiles. These, I assume, let's see if I can figure this out. That's the machine finish?
That's the machine finish.
Dang. Yeah, I mean, it's got texture to it, but it is nice.
Your water jet. Now watch this. Watch it's going to start. Aim it now. As soon as it gets there. See how it's moving?
Feeding the wire down into the guide.
There you go. There's the wire.
That's amazing.
So you're creating a tube of water that jets down, and the wire kind of goes within the tube. And you can do that halfway through a cut. If the wire breaks for whatever reason, it'll know. I see rainbows in the finish. It's so shiny. Right?
Yeah, well, that's actually created by the tool pads. So you see you can see that, you can't feel them, but you can see that there's a ridges, tool path lines on there, and that's what catches the light.
So this microscopic view is this insert. I wanted to see one of these because it's really, there's a lot of benefits to it. So what this will do is not only will it let you visually see your edges, it'll let you measure your tool height, tool diameter, tool wear, and have a dimension that you can offset and import right to the machine. So you do all your presetting offline. All right, so Angelo and Zane are looking at just a tool layout. Like, this is a sweet little tool crib, which is something, you know, he's always hounding on me to like set up, to like have a tool crib, a place to have all your stuff, to do all your setup and everything. This is a really nice setup. So what do you think about this layout? Like,
I like it. I think John needs one of these.
Oh, that's a Kennedy, nice.
Yeah, I honestly.
It's like professional.
It's like professional or something.
Need to get these. Get a video of that. Command Irma tool tag. Well, I mean, I'd love to get to the point where we're making multiple models. Right now we have the two. We can't do both at the same time. So we're making the Norseman, the big one.
Yeah.
Why, thank you, sir. Fancy that. Hi. I had to sneak back here. Walking into DMG. I see that big smile. Look at that hobber.
Yeah.
Look at the size of this thing. This thing's huge. I love manufacturing. We're just closing out the DMG Mori building of the joint open house. Love this event every year. I can't remember if this is my 7th or 8th year, but oh, this is like my heaven. I had an awesome time seeing everything. My mind doesn't work anymore. We're closed the place down. We're already half hour past the close. DMG Mori is empty right now. What a good event. Just, I get to learn so much. I get to plan my future. I get to see the possibilities. I see new technologies and I'm like, wow, I could actually use that. And coming to events like these, like if you're into this kind of stuff, if you're into whatever industry you're into, bikes, motorcycles, toy cars, whatever, just go to conventions, go to places where this kind of stuff is and you get to see it and you get to interact. And what do you know? Everybody around you has the same mindset and is awesome and loves to talk about what you love to do. So don't even hesitate. Thank you to all the vendors and everybody for having us again, and looking forward to the next year. Actually, IMTS will be next, IMTS 2018. Super looking forward to that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and back to the shop.